What's up, crew? I'm Alan, and if I can have a rad day on a bike, so can you. Today, we're gonna be installing the TRP Trail EVOs on the bike. I've been wanting to get TRP brakes on the bike for a really long time. I reached out to TRP and they were super cool. They actually gave me these brakes to put on my bike so I could try them out. That being said, I'm under no obligation to say anything good about the brakes, so we're gonna be as honest and transparent as we can about these. These are the Trail EVOs, they're not the DHRs. I believe that, I've been told anyway, that the main difference between these and the DHRs is just in the lever, and that the caliper and everything else is the same. I'm not great at working on the bike. I can do like basic stuff. So this is kind of towards the edge of my like bike maintenance experience. But I have been told that installing TRP brakes is pretty easy. I shouldn't technically need to bleed them once they're on, just because they come fully bled and pressurized. But I am probably gonna do a lever purge once I get it done, because that's what was recommended to me from the reps. My main concerns right now are, one, I need to take off the SRAM brakes. I'm worried about the fluid going everywhere. The other thing is, for the rear brake, I need to route the hose. It's internal routing on the bike. So that's what we're doing today. So you've got the lever, of course, and then the hose. So there's the caliper, the brake pads are already installed in there, and there's a bleed block in there too, so it's just ready to go. Spacers for putting on the calipers, and our rotors. A couple other pieces in here, like the kit for doing the lever purge, some mineral oil, and the hose cutter and olive press. Now, if you bought a brake set, that's just gonna be the levers and the calipers. You would need to buy the rotors, adapters, the basic bleed kit, all that stuff. You'd need to do that separately. TRP does recommend you get at least the basic bleed kit, because then you can do a quick lever purge if you feel like doing that. All right, so let's stop stalling and let's get to this. We're gonna start easy. We're gonna do the front one first. So I'm gonna take off the wheel, take off the caliper, undo this little thing right here, and then take this off. Oh, interesting. I might have to have two things on my bars. So I ended up moving my axis shifter in a little bit, and we'll kind of figure that out later. But I'm just gonna like drop this lever on here. Also gonna keep switching how I pronounce it. Sometimes I'm gonna say lever, and other times I'm gonna say lever. All right, just snugged it up a bit. So routed it up, put it in the little thing, and then I need to figure out like just where to cut this, like so that it's not so short that the bars can't flip around. This is like a commitment point. You gotta commit to where this thing is gonna sit for the rest of your life. I'm just realizing that this is the front brake, so this length is gonna stay the same the whole time, unlike the back brake. So I guess we just want it with enough room to move, because as this fork goes up and down, so we don't want it like super tight, because then this is gonna be, I'm guessing this hose is gonna be then pressing up against. So we want enough like movement. I guess something like that. Silver Sharpie here. I guess I'll go a little bit longer than I need to, because I'm a noob. There's my mark. What's nice, if you buy the kit, it has this little guy, which you can use to cut the cable. Cable goes in there, and then like, cut it. And in there, actually, I don't know if you can see that, but that little guy right there, that's for when we're gonna do the olive, press the olive in. So TRP has some pretty decent resources online, like on YouTube, and I watched the video as suggested, and one of the things they suggested is that when you pull the cap off the end of the lever here, it's better to have it kind of pointed up so oil doesn't come out and we don't introduce air into it. So I gotta like cut the hose, keep it pointed up, and then I am gonna open this thing up, and then it's got to be pointed up too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna use this little clamp here to hold the hose. The guy in the video did it all with his hands, but I'm kind of clumsy, so I'm gonna set that up real quick. So before I cut the hose, there's 3 little pieces that I need. There's the housing, there's this threaded thing, Correction, this is the compression nut, and this is the olive, and the tapered part goes towards the compression nut, not towards the lever. So that's what we're gonna do right now. The compression nut, and then the olive that way. I feel like I did something wrong. So there was a piece in another bag that I forgot to look in. It's here. This is the olive. This is not the olive. This is the compression nut.
All right, so I've really boogered this up. Let me clarify. This is the hose cover. This is the compression nut. This is the olive, and this is the barb. So from here out, whatever I call them, ignore me.
And yeah, I'm just gonna press this in by hand. Squeeze the lever on the side. There, okay. Olive is inserted. Let's make sure we got the right one, other one. That'd be awesome if I installed it on the wrong one, right? Ding, 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 ding. Now, I'm supposed to use an 8mm open-ended wrench to tighten this up, but I don't have one. I gotta use one of these guys. There's a torque spec, but I don't know what it is. Well, so I think I was successful in not letting much oil come out. I have to say, because I'm filming this, it's taking a fair bit longer than it probably would normally take for a regular human to do this. YouTubers, everything takes longer than it should. Okay, I'm just gonna get it on there snug because I'll be adjusting it and all that stuff later. Feels pretty firm. I don't actually know if I need to bleed it. I'm like, boom. But the rep from TRP suggested that I go ahead and do a lever purge just in case. I guess it's actually pretty similar to doing a lever bleed on a Shimano. We've got a bleed port here. We're just gonna put a little bit of brake fluid in this tube and then screw it into the bleed port and then just flick the handle, squeeze the handle as the bubbles come out. Okay, I think this is the bleed port. Little magnet. Again, there is a bleed block down there, so we're not messing with the pistons. Okay, had a little bubble come out. A bunch of little bubbles coming out. And that seems like it's it. Okay. Our bleed port back. Snug it up real good. Isopropyl alcohol. Clean everything up.
Installing the rear brake is pretty much the same as the front, except because we have internal routing, we needed to remove the old hose and then route the new one. It all went pretty smoothly except for finding the port here.
Yay!
And a little bit of resistance here.
This, I think, is going to be the hard part. Oh, look at that. So we're gonna call this pretty much done. I mean, I still need to put on the back rotor and put the back wheel on and adjust that back caliper and all that stuff, but all the major things I was concerned about, everything seemed to have gone well. I'm a total noob. This took me a long time just because I'm having to film it, but I think if I were just doing this like a normal person, like not setting up cameras all over the place, this would have went really quickly. You know, that kind of wraps up the installation. So I guess next up is, what are these brakes like on the trail?